Ciao a tutti! How are you? I hope that this live streaming will be okay, because here in Italy at the moment there are some troubles, internet connection, you know, internet signal. We are in the country, we are in the Lucca countryside, in the Tuscany hills. So here everything is wild. Ciao Rachel! So beautiful to meet you online. I'm so happy to meet my friends here, and everyone comes here. Please tell me, ciao Rachel Iannacci as well, ciao ciao ciao. And I'm happy that I welcome you into my kitchen, the kitchen of my bed and breakfast and cooking school in the Lucca countryside, to make a new culinary adventure together. Last time we made, ciao Gloria, ciao ciao. Last time we made zabaione cream, that is a very, very good egg cream that you can use because it's very versatile. And Janine, ciao a tutti, you're the last girl. Ciao. And this time we are going to make cartons cookies. And cartons cookies are very delicious and simple. Lisa Marie, un bacione. Ragazzi, I'm very happy that you are here. I'm very happy even if we are here at my cooking school, because I hope we start again something new together. You have to know that now I'm smelling like the spring in the air. Yes, I know it's January, I know it's cold, even here in Italy, in Tuscany, it's cold at the moment, but you can be sure that I smell the spring here in the air. While I was coming here, I see some flowers that are in bloom right now, even if it's cold. So this give me a big of hope, pardon, hopeless. and this give me the joy. Ciao Karen all, ciao ciao ciao. And so, as you know, we are always doing here at my cooking school something that's fast, quickly, but is delicious. As my granny always say, simple but delicious, and simple is not easy, okay? So we are going to make something that you can do. And if someone was with me last time with the zabaione cream and and he wrote all the steps to make this, I'm sure that now we can go ahead with this recipe, because together lingue di gatto, that are carton cookies, and zabaione egg cream are fantastic, wonderful, beautiful, delicious. And at the end, if we have time, there is a small surprise for you to make even more delicious these fantastic cookies that I tell you. They are very simple, but they are technique cookies. The technique cookies of that has its origins in French pastry, but now we revisit them with an Italian touch, because we make with some particular butter that is no sugar, no salt butter. And we don't use the yolks, for example, while in many recipes you can see the yolks as well. So I want to show you the ingredients now, and I beg your pardon if now I don't see you, but after I come to my PC and I can greet you and answer all your questions. Ciao Judy, ciao 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 ciao. So I want to show you the recipe and the ingredients at the moment. I hope you can see. Here we have, pardon. Okay, here we have the butter that is melted butter. This is very important. You can use melted butter or butter that is warm, and after, while you are stirring it in the bowl, you'll feel that the butter is melting by itself. Here is the double O flour, and you can use your all-purpose flour, and here is the powdered sugar. Here we have 2 whites and here 2 yolks that we can take away because we don't want to use this. So these only 4 ingredients for these beautiful and delicious cookies, okay? Only these 4 ingredients. Last time with the zabaione cream, you remember, only 3 ingredients. So this is the Italian cooking, few ingredients but high quality. They have to be high quality, and then the flavor will be a real winner if you do so. This time as well we can use electric whip, but I want to use this because I want to speak with you. I want to see if you have some question, so I can watch the video and see if you have one question to ask me. And it's much better for me to use this and not an electric whip. Yes, Janine, I am just seeing right now your comment. The butter is unsalted. Yes, unsalted butter. Usually in Italy we don't use salted butter. But for some loin, beef loin, but usually we don't use it. I'm going to take a bowl. That is one of the tools that you need. You know, I wrote this in your list. Eccomi. Sorry if you waited for me. And then now I show you all the steps. These are important, and it's important that you see that I'm making this by hand because it's very, very fast. If you want to obtain an amount, a quantity, a measured quantity, you can use obviously more ingredients. Now it's just a demonstration, and you will obtain a 25 cartons cookies, okay? So we can go, and I down to you with this trick. Okay, guys, you tell me if you can see so that we can go ahead, okay? So the first step is using the sugar and the butter. This is the start for a lot of recipe in French. You know, in patisserie we use a lot of butter and sugar at the start, while in Italy we often use egg yolks with sugar. So this is 2 different technique for whipping. So we go with the butter here inside, so all the butter here. And you know the amount of the ingredients, you have the list in the event. Anyway, after I tell you again. In Italy, this is 100 grams of butter and 100 grams of powdered sugar. That is 3 ounces and 3 ounces. So we go here in 2 or 3 times. Again. Meantime, if you have to ask me something, I can see you, Gert. I'm here for you, so don't worry. I jump here even when the direct will be finished. You know, everyone who follow me know that I come back to answer you always. And after I share everything. So we have butter and sugar. We whip with our whisk in this way. Then we have to add the sieved flour that is double O flour in my case, and in yours is all-purpose flour. This in 3 times as well. Now comes the difficult step, because if you do this by hand, probably something will be stuck. So but don't worry, this is important because I prefer to have the white at the ends, even if now something will be stuck inside. As you can see, I have this knife and I can take off if I need everything from the whisk. At this point that we have the third part of flour, but this is a trick that I want to tell you, but you can do as you prefer, obviously. At this point, I had the white, and you have to know that the white have to be added one at a time, like for the pâte choux, for the beignet, for everything that you are, for the Paris-Brest. In general, in patisserie and pastry, so this is one, and I put the other here, and we go with this mixing. In general, I was saying in pastry, you have to incorporate the eggs one at a time. At the start, it will be not so easy, because now you know your whisk is stuck with it, has many flour and sugar inside, but you have not to be worried, because you have still continue to work, and everything will melt in a few times. You see? And you go again. So it's a bit hard work, but not so hard, guys. No, don't worry. We go with other last part of our flour. You know now again will be something stuck inside. But we are patient. We go first without adding the white. Now that everything is inside the whisk, we can go with this, that is the last white. And we go as before, that at the start you see something is like glue, so not incorporated. Then as you still continue mixing, everything will be magically incorporated, and this will be much more harder, as you can see, than the Zabaglione cream. You see, this is in peak. This doesn't write as we told about Zabaglione cream. Do you remember? With the Zabaglione cream, we have to mix everything, and then everything go down like a cream, and wrote something on the surface. In this case, everything is very hard. Okay, so just mixing a bit more. We have to be sure that we have no more our cream for the cat tongues stuck inside our whisk. Then we can switch on our oven. These cookies are made through the oven, and what I suggest you is to use the temperature of 180 centigrade, so Celsius, that is the 350. Anyway, I'll write this to you in my post. So 350 if there is fan, is a fan oven. Otherwise, if you are using oven static, you can go with more heat. So a hotter oven. Now we go to the artistic part. We take our cream that is delicious. You can see it's very nice, and we put this in our sac à poche that you call pipe and bag, okay? I try to, you know, there is no Ginevra, so I try to make everything more comfortable in the possible way, yeah? Okay, you see, this is my hole in the sac à poche, so it's just one. It's very, it's the medium one. It's not too large. And anyway, I can measure it and tell you the number if I found it. Meantime, if you have some question, please I'm here for you. Ciao Paola! Okay guys, let's go with this. I hope that everyone can see. If you can watch, tell me. And we go pouring all our cream in the piping bag. Ecco fatto. These are cookies that, in my opinion, if you use the technique to melt the butter, that I melt it in the microwave, but if you use to melt the butter room temperature, I suggest you that you can use the electric whip. But if you are using the microwave and the butter is very melted, I suggest you to use the whip by hand, because this is very, we don't need too much hot inside our cream, okay? So this is much better. Now I take my, so I took like this, a tray like this that we can put after in the oven. And now to make cartons, the trick is counting like I am doing right now until 4. So you do like a, I hope you can see. Yes, okay, maybe you can come, oops, sorry, maybe you can come closer to me. Okay, and so I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, there is the distance, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, obviously you have to go ahead when you finish it to pipe. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see it's very, very hard, it's not soft. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you go ahead. This if you want a shape like this, but if you want longer, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can go in the direction that you prefer. You see that probably in this way you have something that will touch, so we go inside this, because the distance has to be respected. After I show you how to treat the small point that you can see in the cartons, because this part, like for pâte choux, for the beignet or for the Paris bread, for example, needs to be a bit with water, wet, not dry. Now I go down because I know that I have not a lot of this, girls. So when you are going to make cartons, you can use cartons very, very thin, like the cartons. I saw in internet many cartons that are double layer than what we should make them. So it's very important. Oh, pardon. It's very important. This is finishing, so it's a bit difficult now. Anyway, you can give the shape that you prefer. Remember the trick after counting to go ahead, and then now there is air because it's finishing. Maybe this is the last. Maybe we have another. Okay. A posto. At this point, you see we have this peak. So we have to wet our finger, or you can wet also a teaspoon or your knife. I usually use my finger because I can feel all the softness of our carton cookies, but you can use as you prefer. It's important in cooking that you have your hand clean. This is the important factor. So I go to take some water, and with this finger, oh pardon, that is wet, I go to touch this point in this way. And this is the same procedure that we are going to make for meringue, for example, or for pâte choux. And now we can go with this directly in our oven with fan. As you can see, 180, that is 350 Fahrenheit. And we go there. Okay, now I want to show you how the cartons, what's the purpose of the little water touch. Okay, Rachel, if you have some water in your fingers or in one knife, for example, or in one teaspoon, you go to touch the point, the peak of your cartons, but also of your beignet, pâte choux, everything that is delicacy. Also for the macarons, sometimes if they have a different shape, you go to have a shock on the surface, and when they will be in the oven, they don't burn in this peak. Otherwise, the pâte choux, the beignet, and other cakes, but not only cakes, even savory foods can burn because it's very delicate, the pâte choux, and the pâte choux is very similar to every kind of patisserie or pastry where you are using the whites incorporated one at a time to have a very delicate mixture. Okay, so if there is another, ciao Connie, ciao. I love your picture, Connie. Okay, Rachel, I'm very happy to have clarified. Kate Williams, ciao Katie Williams, ciao. Okay, guys, now I'm going to take the other cartons that I precedently made, and I want to show you the different shape, because we can do a large cartons or a strict. So this depends from the point that you are using of your piping bag. Here is a medium. But you can use, grazie Katie, I'm so cute, you are so sweet. And so I want to show you that you can make also large carton cookies, and I want to show you the color, because you can make carton cookies very clear, light, or you can do golden, or you can do with the shape bit brown. So it depends how do you prefer, because in cooking, as I always say in these groups with Americans, Norway people and international group of cooking, always they ask me if there are some strict rules in cooking. Yes, there are some rules, but never strict, because if you are a chef that is cooking very well and as a success, what you say is low here in Italy usually is in this. Ciao Fran, glad to see you again. grazie Fran. I'm very glad to have you are here with us, and I want to see your picture of this of these cartons. Fran Norris is in our group Dolcevita in Tuscany and Food and Wine Vacation, and she's always bring us lots of pictures of recipes, and I'm very happy we can share this. So, coming back to what we talked about before, I want to show you this different shape in confront of that one before. You see, maybe it's much better here. Okay, Gara? So you can see we have a shape that is a bit brown, but when you see the interior part, internal, they are not so white. They are anyway golden, as the picture in the event that I showed you. This because I love in my taste, but usually anyway. Ciao Linda Wallace, love your recipe. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Stay here and let's keep in touch in the group again. Thank you very much. This is my job, and I'm happy that you are telling me this because this is my goal, okay? To be with you and to share something that we know each other. Even you, if you write me, I learned a lot of things from you, guys, from every one of you. And so I was telling you that it's important that you see the bottom. So to understand when these carton cookies are ready, the bottom has to be always a bit brown, but you can't see when they are cooking because they are very soft and they are very delicate. So if you touch, they break. So you have not to see. In fact, when they are in the oven, oh, my oven at the moment is not. In fact, when they are in the oven, you have to see that often you can also put them in a rolling pin to give them a shape, okay? So this is a trick. I want to tell you that you can also have your cat tongues with chocolate. So let's try to do one thing. I take some chocolate here. Okay, maybe not too much. And we try to put in the microwave. To put the chocolate in the microwave is not easy, because as the butter that you think is delicate is instead very strong. Hilda, ciao Hilda, grazie. Oh, grazie. If I well explain, I don't think because there is this language between us, and so I'm always afraid that I can't explain very well. You tell me this, and I'm so happy for this. So I was telling you that everyone thinks that the butter is more delicate than chocolate, but this is not true. Unluckily, the chocolate is very difficult to be treated, and it burns very easily. So we go trying with this microwave and this chocolate. I go there in my microwave. Then I go there again to mix you. Grazie Janine. You are all very, very beautiful people that are following me, and thank you. I try to believe you. I try to trust you, okay? So as I was saying, the chocolate is very difficult. I suggest you, when you melt it, to use a wooden spoon. We try with this microwave that is new. Anyway, to melt chocolate, I suggest you always the bagno Maria, so the water double boiling. With the microwave, you go 1 minute and then mix just coarsely. Then you put again in your microwave. And you go again. And we try. Anyway, I'm here just to show you the cat tongue, so if you want to tell me to ask me something, don't worry, because I'm here to explain you everything, to ask all your questions. I'm here to the video, and if you have to ask me something, I'm here for you, girls and guys. So remember, just to show you that, as you can see, I want to show you this because this is important step. So is not melted everything, but it's important, girls, that you go mixing. That's why melting the chocolate in the microwave is always very difficult. There is no person that can tell you that it's easy. Never easy melting the chocolate in microwave, but if you do it, it's very good. I saw someone ask me if I can use Nutella. I tell you, Lucy, I don't know if it's Linda Wallace. Okay, Linda, you can use Nutella everywhere. You know, in my opinion, is one of the most delicious things in the world. But in this case, we are making like covering the cookies, and so if you use Nutella, they never be dried. So this is the third time that usually is the perfect time for the melting the chocolate. Look at this, now it's perfect. And usually this is the third time, exactly this. So this microwave is perfect. 3 times using, 3 times 1 minute, and you go maximum, but you go mixing always with one wooden spoon. That is perfect. I want to show you now. We take our parchment paper. We put our cookies here. This is one of the most delicious things in the world as well. You can also add pistachio, you know. So don't put the chocolate in a lot of part of the cookies, because this is dark chocolate, 74%, and so it's important that just a point you can have with your chocolate, okay? And this will be delicious. I'm happy that there are some people who are watching, so we can do this together, and I'm sure that with all these tricks you do a very, very good job. You see, very fast, very quickly. I hope very simple. Paola, hai visto Paola? Le fai le lingue di gatto, Paola? I don't know if Paola is always with us, but I was thinking that she was watching. And she is a friend from Italy, from Tuscany. Okay, girls. Hope you like this. You remember that you can also dip this with your pistachios granola. And this is what I prefer because ciao Virginia, bella. Ciao Paola. And oh, I'd like you see both of me. And quick recipe with the ingredients you have on hand of fat treats. Yes, Gloria, è vero, it's true, and you can be sure they're delicious. So this is the most important factor. And what I want to pass you is the texture of the cookies, because many people make the cotton cookies and they are so like gum, okay? They are chewy. In my opinion, cotton cookies has to be crispy inside, in the center. If you prefer, the technique is they are soft in the center, crispy in the shape. But I like when they are crispy in general. So this is the, you see? So they are buoni. Sorry. So girls, I show you again our cotton cookies that here we put with chocolate. Hope that you enjoy this recipe with me. I am very grateful to everyone that still continue to tell me that he's keeping in touch with me and that like my recipe, and I welcome you here at the cooking school in Tuscany, because this is my job and I'm very happy to meet you. If you have some recipe to suggest me that are fast, because you know, no more than 30 minutes, because we want to share something together, and we want to be together and to chat. You rock! Grazie Linda, grazie! How long do we bake? Okay, Janice, thank you for your question. I write you everything, and anyway is 15 minutes maximum usually. So if you count 4 seconds in your time, then you put the right temperature, 350 fan. Usually in 15 minutes maximum they are cooked and really baked. Grazie Gloria, grazie mille. So girls, hope to meet you as we can, and please suggest your recipe, something that you'd like to make from the Italian cooking. That is my job to pass down to you. Grazie a voi. You are saying thank you, but I tell you thank you. Grazie mille a voi. Thank you very much. I give you a big kiss, a big hug, and hope we keep in touch. And who are not here, come in the group, in the Dolcevita and Tuscany Food and Wine Vacation group. So we'll be together and we have like a forum. We always talk. Katy, I saw something from Katy. Maybe she's coming in Italy. I answer you anyway to this message when the streaming is finished and I have finished to work. I come to you and I answer. Okay. Where can we get the recipe, the written recipe, as I published the video? After in a few hours I write everything. Anyway, you have already the ingredients, the recipe, you have the video, and so you can do everything. But I can also send you it. And so girls, It's going to be a snow day tomorrow. Oh, cavolo! See, Rachel, finally! Rachel, don't forget to send me the picture of your cookies. I'm so curious to see your creature. You can add the chocolate. You also can do without, but don't forget the zabaione, because the zabaione is perfect with this. And the zabaione with the snow is something fantastic. So, grazie a te, Karen. Grazie a te. Thank you. Grazie mille. Gert, from Tuscany, I give you a big hug. It's like to be here with me, and for me, it's like to be with you. So that's why I always ask you where you come from, because it's very nice to keep in touch with different countries in the world. And this is fantastic in my job, and it's maybe one of the reason that I love this job, to meet people from different parts of the world in these 12 years that I'm doing this. Ciao, 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 I don't want to go, but I have to go to work. Un bacio grosso. Ciao, buona serata, and looking forward to meeting you nextly. Ciao, ciao Linda, ciao a tutti, ciao, ciao, ciao. Ciao.